Well, depending on your perspective, this was either a time to celebrate or another sign of the apocalypse to come because Hillary Clinton officially announced her declaration that she was going to be seeking the presidential nomination in 2016. What are your thoughts on how she declared and how that went?
Well, I thought that the press was probably not so happy because she just said forget the traditional press conference. But I love the video that she used, and I was surprised that she got some wonderful reviews from some very unlikely places, saying that the filmmaking was innovative and groundbreaking. And basically, what she featured is an all-inclusive America. I mean, she even had a gay couple holding hands, saying they're ready to get married. And what I just loved that it looked like the melting pot. You had black, white, interracial marriage. You had Asian, Latino. And it was everybody, and it was kind of an upbeat video saying, we're getting to work. Let's get to work. We're moving forward. So there was a slight sense of optimism, perhaps overcoming struggle. And she doesn't even appear till the end of it saying, I know working folks are still having a tough time and I want to be your champion. I thought it was politically very smart. And, I'm just curious to see if she maintains that sort of tenor as she goes forward. I think she will.
One of the things that I thought was shrewd about the move was deciding to do a pre-produced package rather than something filled with a crowd, because what it also does is puts her in a position of full control, editorial control, environmental control. She could set the tone that she wanted to. You don't have to worry about the unpredictable things that go with any type of crowd. But if you're going to put a stadium full of people together, then there's always something that could go wrong, whether a protest, people chanting. I mean, who knows? It doesn't fill up. Romney had that issue with one of his campaign stops. They did this huge thing and half the people didn't show up in the stadium. So for me, this was her saying, I'm going to deliver my message in my way. And also, I'm not taking any chances. No one else is going to drive this ship but me.
Well, that's true. And I think the other thing that was interesting was that it harkens back to her Senate campaign in 2000, where she went on a listening tour. The whole message she's trying to send is that I'm going to work for every vote. She did that in 2008, too, in all fairness, that she's going to work very hard for every vote. And she's out here on the ground. She's going to do what she did last time. I'm going to meet workers at shift change. She really wants to represent herself that way. And of course, I'm not surprised that there were some in the media who had a problem. Andrea Mitchell actually tweeted last night, she's hiding from the press, and why is she doing it this way? And I couldn't help myself. I had to tweet her back, and I said, Andrea, slow down. We got 19 months until election day. I promise you, she is going to talk to you. The important thing, however, is that she talks to us, the American voter. That's much more important. And I think that's the point she's making. And social media, this is very different now, a much more powerful entity. She has an opportunity, as do all the candidates, Rand Paul, Rubio, and all of them have an opportunity to reach out directly without the media's filter.
One of the things that she was criticized about is that the video was a little fluffy, for lack of a better phrase, that it didn't get into deep substantive issues. And one of the things that I think went unnoticed was a tweet by her campaign chair, John Podesta. I want to read it for you now. It says, helping working families succeed, building small businesses, tackling climate change and clean energy, top of the agenda. So you had her campaign chair simultaneously tweeting some of the issues that they were going to tackle. And what I found just fascinating, and I want to thank writer Judd Legum for bringing this up, is that climate change was in that tweet. So yeah, she did go bold. She just went bold in her own way.
She did that. I think that was very bold, and it was incredibly bold to have a gay couple holding hands in this video for the presidential campaign. That's certainly a first. So she's making it very clear that she's going toward a progressive agenda, that she's going for that, and that she's making no bones about it. I mean, I think that was very declarative without beating you over the head with it.
So it remains to be seen how this is going to shape up the primary on the Democratic side, and of course, how that's going to be so very different from the Republican side. But Anita, I know we're going to be there every step of the way.
Yes, 19 months. Fasten your seatbelts, Jonah. It's going to be a bumpy night.
That's right. And thank you for joining us on this bumpy night as we talk about what's going on in politics on Dare We Say. I'm Shauna Bircher alongside Anita Finlay. See you soon.